one of the things that helped make global competency, I think, most real for me in the classroom was having it be the lens through which we assessed students. So getting rid of assessing based on the form of assessment, like tests, homework, quizzes, papers, and switching the lens to the skills and behaviors that we are trying to instill. So we have a category for critical and creative thinking. We have a category for communication and collaboration. We've identified these things that are important, and that is how we assess. And it's really made this work, for me, just now I know that we're moving them along. Before, it was something I did, and it was kind of a happy accident if kids became critical and creative thinkers, because in reality, I wasn't ever really assessing that. Yes, I asked them questions that I thought asked them to think critically, but when I only end up with a test grade, I have no real way of parsing out, wow, did they just memorize these facts, or did they do really well on the critical side? So this helped us frame it for the students. By grading it, we tell them it's what's important, and it allows us to track their progress in certain areas. So it has really shifted our gradebook from being one of very high stakes to a lot of grades where improvement is paramount.
I had done a traditional gradebook for 13 years, and I love my organizational systems, and I was very wedded to what I had always done. And one of the benefits of teaming is we try new things. And so KK had, I remember coming to the planning session, and KK shared with us what she had piloted with her students in the spring quarter the year before. And after I wrapped my brain around it, it was a stretch for me to try to change the gradebook that I had done for so long. But having done so, I have to say grading has always been kind of a weight. It's been a burden, and it's always been sort of a necessary evil of teaching, and the part I like the least. And this new system of really isolating the skills that we're working on, and then taking every assessment and putting it in whatever category. And what it ends up meaning is many of our projects, many of our tests, many of our activities are going in multiple categories. And so once I wrapped my brain around how that would work, I just saw immediate benefits. And it ended up in the beginning, in the end, what it's done is it's changed our assessments, it's changed our lessons, because now we back it in from what would it be in the grade book, what are we measuring, and what's that going to look like. And one of the things that I really love about it, particularly since we teach middle school, is that we can separate students' executive functioning skills from other skills. And so if we have an essay that students are working on, if that's late, the majority of teachers tend to take points off, by day, by amount of time. And so the end, and that's what I used to do. And so taking that essay, and in the end, what was the quality of the writing? What was the quality of the critical thinking? And what part of that grade is from it being late? And so now it goes in 3 separate times. So there is a score for the quality of the critical and creative thinking. There's a separate score in our grade book for the quality of the writing and the mechanics and the organizational piece. And then a third score for whether or not it was on time. And so it's really also changed the conversations we have with students, with families.
We used to have conversations with kids like, tell me why I have a C. Why do I have a C? And now the kid will say, how can I improve my communication and collaboration skills in your class? Because I noticed that I only have 65% in that. So it just immediately shifts the way that we work with our kids.